just wait.
Yo, 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 what is up? What is up, guys? What is up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for another edition of our watch along video. This time around, it's the Barclays Premier League, or if you prefer, Premier League, EPL, whichever way you want to put it. Yes, I can't really say much awaited watch along, but it's a big game as far as both teams are concerned. It's the game between Crystal Palace and Manchester United, which will be taking place in London. Specific ground is Selhurst Park, the home of Crystal Palace. Yes, Crystal Palace, buoyed by their recent performances against United, they're actually unbeaten in 4 games. In fact, before Crystal Palace beat United, was it like 5 years ago? They are not. They are actually gone for around 7 to 10 years without ever registering a victory, whether at their ground or at Old Trafford against United. But how things change, man. How Crystal Palace have turned the tables on United. It's now United who are chasing a victory against Crystal Palace, because Crystal Palace, they have been unbeaten against United so far. But anyway, we'll get into that later. As always, guys, welcome to this watch along on this Saturday afternoon. The game is actually kicking off at 1500 hours at about 10 minutes time. And as always, guys, if it's your first time here on the channel, make sure you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Yes, if you are a returning subscriber, do make sure you support the channel by liking the video. So yeah, so basically, was it yesterday? Yes, had some wonderful games that took place in the Premier League. In fact, it was it a weekend or what? Or a day of goals galore? Goals galore, man. Flying all over the place, man. Had a number of games are happening yesterday. Let me just show you the games that took place yesterday. So here we go. So yesterday, these games all kicked off at the same time. Brentford 3-1 winners against Burnley. And of course, Manchester City having a very hard-fought victory against Leeds United. Yeah, Foden scoring the winner in the 92nd minute. Was it the 91st minute? Yes, as you can see, 91st minute, yes. Foden with a goal after City addressed into a 2-goal lead. Leeds came back into the game to draw 2-2. But eventually they could not hang on. Yes, so as you can see, the momentum here, it was all City in the first half, but in the second half, the first 15-20 minutes, it was all Leeds, man. At least they got the equalizer, but unfortunately they could not hang on for the draw, so they eventually lost to City. So, and then the other game that took place yesterday was Sunderland also doing a comeback against Bournemouth. Sunderland were actually beat Bournemouth 3-2. Bournemouth are actually leading 2-0. But Sunderland managed to come back. Yes, high-flying Sunderland, the team that won the championship playoff this past season. And then, of course, Everton were destroyed, man. Everton were destroyed by Newcastle. In fact, it was actually 4-0 by around the 60th minute, man. Newcastle completely outplayed Everton, which is funny, guys, because just the other day, this Everton team with 10 men defeated United. In fact, an Everton team that played with 10 men for 80 minutes, because the Gay was sent off in around the 10th, the 12th minute, they played for 80 plus minutes with 10 men, but they were still unable to what? But rather they were able to secure the victory against United. Guys, let that sink in. This Everton team right here that was destroyed 4-1 by Newcastle yesterday beat United 1-0 at Old Trafford. In fact, United set a very, very unwanted record of, because it was the first time ever that a team with 10 men had beaten United at Old Trafford. That has never happened, guys. It has never happened. It has never happened. United have never lost at home against a team that has 10 men. But funny enough, there's first time for everything. So this Everton team was the one that got the victory, but they were brought right back down to earth by this Newcastle team that went at them right from the start. So Newcastle, wonderful, impressive victory right there. As you can see, Newcastle just took their chances, man. See the early momentum with Newcastle, then it switched to Everton. Newcastle took their chance again. Everton were just unable to convert their chances. As you can see, 10 shots to Everton's, to Newcastle's 13. So, unfortunately, Everton were unable to convert their chances because they're not really a clinical team. And unfortunately, they lost on that day. And then, of course, the other game, the other shock of the weekend, Tottenham Hotspur did lose 2-1 to Fulham at home. Fulham raced into a 2-goal lead within the first 7 minutes, and that is how the game stayed until the second half. Tottenham were unable to turn it around. A very, very dismal performance. As you can see right here, the higher they pick guys, the stronger their attacking momentum. So as you can see, it wasn't really a very, very exciting game, end-to-end stuff. As you can see right here, Everton or the Fulham just took their chances, man. By Marquis, the second goal that they scored, Harry Wilson scored a very wonderful goal, man, because this man is called Vicari was out of his goal, and then Wilson was able just to shoot that ball into an unguarded net, and that is how the game stayed. So, anyway, that was the games yesterday. As far as the table is concerned, let me show you the table, guys. So, Arsenal leading the way on 29 points, then Man City are second, but they actually played a game more. So, do remember, guys, that later on you're gonna have the match, the biggest game of the weekend, man. It's like I keep saying that every weekend. But the big game is Arsenal versus Chelsea, is going to be taking place at Stamford Bridge right around 7:30 p.m. Kenyan time. So that's the game that's going to be starting later on. So that is why Chelsea are currently in second place, or third place. So as for today's opponents of United, Crystal Palace, they're sitting in sixth position, so they're hoping that a win will take them back. Actually, with a win, they go actually into, is it into fourth place above Sunderland? And for United, with a victory, they go all the way into, actually go above Crystal Palace into fifth position, just behind Aston Villa. So let's hope that it's gonna be an exciting game as there were yesterday, because yesterday had some very wonderful games. Hope that today is gonna follow suit. So for both teams, as always, this is the battle of the 3-4-3 systems. Yes, this is the battle of the 3-4-3 systems. Amorim, as always, is a master, not really a master, but a very rigid manager when it comes to his system. He has said he's never gonna change, even if it's for the Pope. So he's gonna stick to his guns. None, of course, Glasner. I was actually watching a video yesterday that was actually detailing how his system is not really a 3-4-3. It's more of a 4-4-2 when they're defending. Sometimes it can also switch into a 4-3-3. So it all depends. That's why I said it's not that the system is rigid. It's just that the interpretation of the system is what really matters. So anyway, for Crystal Palace, I have Dean Henderson in goal, the former Manchester United goalkeeper. Is actually let go by United in favor of De Gea. Funny enough, and then De Gea was was actually let go by United, and then it left United without a first choice keeper. That is how the whole Onana debacle started. Because if Henderson was still at United, I'm sure he would have been the starting goalkeeper. So Henderson in goal, Richards, Lacroix, and Gay as the centre backs. Then of course Munoz, Wharton, Kamada, and Mitchell in the midfield. Munoz and Mitchell are gonna play as the wing backs. Then of course Pino and Sars the 2 10s, and of course Mateta as the lone striker. So the star man for Crystal Palace today is Adam Wharton. Very impressive performances for Crystal Palace lately. He's the one pulling the strings in the middle with Kamada. So let's see how they're gonna come up against this United team, which is comprises of Lamens in goal, Lenioro, Delete, and Shaw. It's funny that Shaw has managed to stay fit for all this. In fact, this is the longest time that Shaw has remained fit for United. This is like his what? This is like his 9th or 10th start this season or what? Because he's played so many games, man. And funny enough, he's no longer getting injured. In fact, there was a stat earlier that I saw that says that it's actually his 300 game for United after having been there since 2015. So this guy has been there for 10 years, but he's only making his 300 appearance for the club. Wow. Because more than half of the time he's just been out injured. Yes, I call these guys people who scam a salary out of United, man. They have not played a single. They have played very, very few minutes in their career at United, but somehow they are still there. Anyway, Ahmad, Fernandez, Casemiro, and Dallo in midfield. Ahmad and Dallo are the wingbacks. Buemo and Mount as the two tens, and of course Joshua Zaxi as the lone forward. So yeah, Zaxi actually gets the nod today because Sesko is unavailable. Of course, if Sesko is available, Zaxi will not be starting this game. That's the unfortunate bit. But let's hope that he's going to be able to get a decent performance. Like I said, it's a battle of the two teams that do want to play that 3-4-3 system. But like I said, it's not really a rigid 3-4-3 system. It's a very fluid system as far as Glasner was explaining it yesterday in a video that I saw. So it just matters how you interpret the system. So other managers tend to play with a flat back five. Instead of it being a 3-4-3, it actually becomes a 5-3-2. While others try to mesh it into a 3-3-5-2 as well. Others play it in a 4-3-3 or a 4-4-2. It all depends with how you interpret the game. So games are just about to kick off. United playing in their changed strips of all white, while Crystal Palace in their traditional jerseys of blue shorts and a red and white striped shirts. So Boomer has kicked us off. Lamens kicks it long. Picked up by Zaxi. Dallo unable to get in, cleared by Lacroix. So let's hope that this is gonna be a good game, guys. Don't want it to be a dead game, eh? Please, no dead games today. No dead games today. Yeah, so actually Crystal Palace they're actually the team that has the second best defense in the Premier League this season behind Arsenal. They've actually conceded 9 goals while Arsenal have conceded 6. To the box by Dallo. Oh, Ahmad! Oh my god. Goal mouth scramble, man. Ah yeah yeah. Casemiro's in there. Ah yeah 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 yeah. Almost a goal off that throw in, man. Wow, wow, wow. Casemiro. Ah, what a save from Henderson, man. What a save. As always, guys, if it's your first time here on the channel, do make sure that you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. It's your first time here, do that wonderful stuff. Kindly, yes, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. If it's your returning subscriber, as always, like the video and support by liking the video actually supports the channel. So yeah. This is Lamens, what's he doing, man? Come on, take it easy. Munoz with the header, picked up by Sir Wharton, accepted by Dallo. Now it's Zaxi, Casemiro. So this is Euro into delete. Game has kind of slowed down. They're just trying to take the sting out of the game, eh? They're not in a hurry, man. That's what I've always said. This Amorim system works best if you're more or less a transition-based system, eh? Because clearly, United don't really have the players to pass through the lines, eh? And can't really break down a low block. In fact, is there any game where I've seen United have broken down a low block? I haven't seen of it. Any game whatsoever. United have actually broken down a low block. Ahmad, was he fouled? Yep, he was fouled by Micho. It's gonna be a free kick to Manchester United. At least the pairing back there of Ahmad and Mbeumo has actually been I don't say resurrected, but actually been repeated because those two have actually combined well this season on the right for United. Yes, nice tackle. Yeah, Sa seems to be down, man. Is he okay? Just kick the ball out of play, man. Guy's hurt. I hope he's okay. I honestly hope he's okay. It was a very heavy tackle from Sam seems to have Yeah, seems to have twisted his right ankle. Ouch, that's painful. Yeah, that you just need to shake it off for some time. Could be painful. Can be painful, man. Somebody who has experienced this kind of injuries, those injuries, those twists are very painful, man. Hope he's gonna be okay because Crystal Palace have a very depleted squad at the moment. In fact, of all the teams in the Premier League right now, they have the smallest squad. In fact, don't you have like around, is it 22, 23 players? And that is them also playing in the league and also in the conference league. Casemiro should have buried that, man. Casemiro should have buried that chance. But anyway, maybe they live to fight another day, eh? They live to fight another day. So seems to be okay, huh? And those are just the kind of sprains that you just need to walk for some time and then you're just gonna shake it off. Let's hope he's gonna be okay because don't want him to be out and then people say not because Salah was not there. That is why you beat them. I know. No excuses, man. Teams need to be beaten with all their players that are there so that they cannot have any excuses. So Palace currently playing with 10 men. So sure United are just gonna enjoy possession, just keeping the ball at the back. It's delete back to Luke Shaw, Mount, Shaw coming forward into Mount. It's funny that United are playing with Guinness 10 men right now. They seem very comfortable with the ball, but they are unable to move the ball around like this on Monday against Everton. Dalo kicks it forward towards Bruno. Yep, headed away by Lacroix. It's gonna be a corner. Is Sa gonna continue or what? Is he gonna continue or is unable to do so? Anyway, let us see what comes of this corner. See what comes of this corner. And more set piece goals. Arsenal are top on 10 goals from set pieces, followed by United and Crystal Palace. United are in 8th on 8 goals, while Crystal Palace have scored 7 goals from set pieces. Munoz, Buemo, Shepherd it out. Okay. Anyway, guys, make sure you guys are voting in the poll. Please let us know whom you think is gonna carry the day. Also, maybe if you want to drop your predictions in the chat as well, you are free to do that. You are free to drop your predictions in the chat of whom you think is gonna carry the day today. If you are a hater, if you are a United hater, that's good. If you are a supporter of Palace, you're also a supporter of United like myself, so be it. Yeah, so just make sure that you guys are dropping your predictions in the chat and at least also voting in the chat. Yeah. Crystal Palace, yeah, I think they've only lost like 2 games this season against. Oh my God, Mateta away from delete. Oh Jesus, Mateta! Side netting. Jeez. Hey, delete was beaten so easily by Mateta, man. Surely. That was a chance for Palace. Aye, aye. Delete, what are you doing, man? That's because he just didn't have anybody in the box. Or rather, the target in the box. Otherwise, that would have been a goal, man. That would have been a goal ASAP. So for this year, 2025, Mateta is actually the second highest goal scorer in the Premier League behind Haaland. So for this calendar year, 2025, Haaland is on 22 goals, while Mateta is on 16. So it's quite impressive for a guy that actually came into, don't say the limelight, but whose career actually picked up after a very, he actually had a very poor start in his career. In fact, these are the kind of, I call them the type of strikers like a Drogba, whom at 25, 26, they actually got their big move. These are not players that were there, world beaters back then. Oh yeah, Mount, this is Ahmad, Buemo, Casimiro fouled by Kamada. That's gonna be a yellow card or what? No yellow card for Kamada. He's lucky to have escaped without a yellow card. Free kick to United. I hope Casimiro is okay. So guys, do remember that later on we're gonna have a number of games will be starting at around 5 p.m. That is 5 p.m. East African time. Or if you prefer, yeah, 2 p.m. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. GMT. I don't really say 2 p.m. GMT, but you say 1400. 1400 GMT. So gonna have Aston Villa versus Wolves, Forest versus Brighton. Then of course, who knows, might be the last game for Slot because he plays against West Ham. To the box, Casimiro, the header just wide, man. Casimiro should have done better with that header. So later on, guys, yeah, Liverpool do play West Ham. Who knows? It might be Slot's last game for Liverpool because if he loses that game, I think the ownership are just gonna get rid of him now. Because how long before now you say, you know what, you have lost too many games, can't really allow you to remain as the manager. You need to go now. Can't really stay on as manager. But anyway, we'll see what's gonna happen. Because honestly, I don't trust Slot at Liverpool currently because I don't think he's gonna turn it around. Because it seems like his tactics are non-existent right now. Been unable to get Liverpool out of this patch, this rough patch. It's actually a serious crisis. It's a crisis. If nobody ever thought it was a crisis, now it's a crisis. Mateta tussling with Delhi. So that is actually the matchup that we're looking forward to. In fact, if Mateta is gonna be successful for Palace today, he needs to win that duel. The elite wants to keep Mateta quiet. He also needs to win that duel as well. So this is Lokwa. Lokwa into Richards. Richards intercepted by Dalo. By Mateta. Mateta into Munoz. Munoz into Sa. Into Wharton. Wharton. Wharton into Pino. Kamada. Mitchell. Mitchell into the box. Cleared by Yoro. Yeah, wonderful passage of play from Palace. They kept the ball really well there. Tell you, this Wharton guy is the one who's pulling the strings for them, because they actually move the ball well from defense to attack. It's a throw into Palace. Are they gonna do the long throw routine? I don't know. Let's see what they're gonna do. I don't know whether they're gonna do the long throw routine. Because in fact, this safety routine is been loved by so many teams in the Premier League right now. In fact, I think it's Arsenal who have shown teams how to play this long throw routine. Just keep the other back foot. Is Wharton straight at Lamens? Yeah. That was a big chance for Palace. Oh, my goodness. Who's marking him, man? Who's marking Wharton? He's by himself on the edge of the box. Yeah. Yeah, I call that a big chance because he was by himself. Lamens is just lucky that the ball was shot straight at him. Otherwise, it would have been something else. Either side of him would have been a goal. Buemo loses out. It's picked up by Kamada. Kamada. It is now Mitchell. Mitchell should do a whole lot better, man. Able to find Gay, the captain. What the heck is Mbeumo doing? Doing, I said doing. What is he doing, man? Seriously? It's like he wants to. His back is on the ground. His feet are up in the air. He wants to push the ball up like, rather kick it up like. He's Wharton back with the Munoz. This is the Henderson. Henderson to Dokwa. Henderson goes long. He's looking for Mateta. Back for Kamada. It's now with Henderson again. United are just happy to sit back and allow Palace to keep the ball. Mateta. Oh, Mateta is clean through. Mateta! Ay, ay, ay. My goodness. What are you doing, man? Concentrate. Euro and delete. What the heck are you guys doing, man? Ay, ay, ay. That's another letter for United. Oh, my God. This can either go either two ways. Either Crystal Palace are going to score with their next chance, or it's going to be United today because Crystal Palace are now missing chances. Ah, Mateta. Surely Mateta. Yes, either one of those two outcomes, guys. Either Palace score with their next chance, or United capitalize on Palace's poor finishing and just get one chance of their own and just convert. Cause Mateta, come on, Mateta. Should be doing a whole lot better. And Euro, man, Euro, what the heck are you doing, man, over there? What the heck are you doing? Come on, guys, concentrate. Concentrate, man. You have to have situational awareness, man. You can't just be there on the pitch hoping that the ball is just gonna fall lucky for you, man. Supposed to concentrate, man. Dallo with a long throw into the box, cleared by Gehi, picked up by Wharton, intercepted by Mount, all the way back to Lamens. Crystal Palace are not really a high pressing side. They're also more or less a transition team because they like to play in a low block, mid to low block. They never really press the players, the defenders, their opposing defenders on the ball. Or maybe they have realized that United just love to keep the ball amongst their centre back. So they just let them keep it back there. Then of course United are forced to go long. Then it goes goes long to Zaxi. Zaxi is crowded out by one or two Palace defenders. Turns over the ball. Ahmad on the far right side. Ahmad looking for Mbeumo. It's actually a foul by Mbeumo. Mbeumo, take it easy. It's gonna be a yellow card. It's gonna be a yellow card, yeah. Yep, there you go. Referee's already removed the card out of his pocket. Mbeumo's already frustrated, man. Yellow card for Mbeumo. Very unnecessary. That's what I keep saying. You pick up unnecessary yellow cards, and then when it comes the time to pick up a necessary one, you pick up a second one, and then that's it. You're out. But now Mbeumo has to be on thin ice. Any bad tackle, any rush challenge, any dive in the box, and he's off. He's off, man. Sometimes that's I wonder some of these professionals, man. Come on, you just can't remain composed, man. Just take it easy, man. Not even got into the 20th minute, and you're already frustrated. Is Pino. Pino lets it run out of play. It's gonna be a corner for Palace. Yep. Yeah, Palace also very deadly from set pieces. They are very deadly from set pieces. Yep. Jeremy Pino, former Villarreal fella, is the one who's gonna take the corner for them. So let's see what they're gonna conjure up. The corner to Palace. Jeremy Pino into the box. Ball eluded everybody. Don't let it go out of play, yeah, because it was touched last by United. So Dallo actually saves a certain corner right there. Mbeumo Casemiro. Ahmad loses out. Yep, shoulder tackle, man. Wonderful shoulder charge from Kamada. This is Sa. Sa in behind. Sa. Well defended by Delete. Man. My God. It's only a matter of time now. Honestly, it's only a matter of time now before Palace score. Yeah, Ahmad. Wonderful shoulder challenge from Kamada. Showed a very half-hearted challenge, man. Showed no kind of ambition of wanting to get the ball there. Anyway, Adam Wharton on over the set piece for Palace. Wharton into the box. Richards headed back to the box. Who knows? This is Richards. Richards are cleared. Sakona, man. Yeah. My God. Our goal is coming, guys. Can smell a goal, man. Can smell a goal. The way we are playing, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. I don't know what Dalo is appealing for. He's claiming that Richards was offside, but he was not in an offside position. Come on, clearly. He was not in an offside position. Anyway, another corner for Palace. Oh, man, I'm nervous. Palace to the box. Header by Lacroix just over the bar, man. All Palace, it's been Palace so far, man, in this game. It's all been Palace, man. Other than the first chance that, first minute chance that fell to Casemiro. Since then, it's all been Palace, man. They've been a far better team since then. Out of play by Richards, man. Casemiro, Bruno the header, or was it Mount? Get out of. Even as I look at the game right here, so Palace played on Thursday in the Europa Conference League, but somehow United played on Monday. But somehow it looks like United are the team that is actually more tired than Palace. This Palace team played on Thursday in the Conference League away from home, and then they traveled back. United played at home in Manchester on Monday. But the way they are performing right now, we're more unable to play in Zaxi. Oh, wow. Mount. Dalo pulled back by Munoz. Gonna be a free kick to United. United look like the team that is very leggy beyond me. Because the way they are playing, somebody might think like they just played a game yesterday. It's like they came off a hard-fought victory or game yesterday, and then they'll be forced to play 24 hours later. Because the way they are playing, man, it's like there's no ambition, man. Or do they want to scam another victory in this game? Maybe that's what they want to do. They want to scam a victory. I would not be surprised if they did, because that is Amorim for you. Amorim for you, man. That's why I call him Scamorim. The biggest scammer on the planet. What the heck is Pino doing? By Henderson. Yeah, Ruben Amorim is the biggest scammer on the planet. How he manages to, how he's managed to stay at the job for this long after pulling off stinker versus stinker versus stinker every single time is beyond me. Nice challenge by Delete. Picked up by Dalo. Don't foul him, Munoz. Nice pass by Dalo. Bad pass. Picked up by Wharton. United midfield is way open. Wharton just running forward, man. This is a Sir Kamada. Yeah. You know what, guys? You would have been 3-0 down by now. Crystal Palace was a team that takes their chances. Crystal Palace was a team that takes their chances. That would be the third goal. That would have been the third goal. Mateta, chance. The Richards chance, the Wharton chance, and now the Kamada chance. We just gifted them 3 chances, man. On the edge of the box. Just like that. Free of charge, man. That's why I said this game can either go one of 2 ways. Either United are gonna scam a draw or victory. Draw/victory. Or Palace are gonna destroy them, man. So it's already 7 attempts for Palace, man. 7 attempts for Crystal Palace. 7 already. Victor by Zaxi. Now Casemiro. This is Mount. Mount into the box. Cleared by Gay. Further cleared by was that Lokwa. Picked up by Delete. It's only a matter of time, man. It's only a matter of time before United concede, man. That's why I said this game can either go one of 2 ways. Either Palace are eventually gonna take their chances and win this game and convert a few. It's gonna be a deserved victory. Or United are just gonna scam either a draw or a victory. Because Palace have been unable to convert their chances so far. Those are actually big chances, man. Taxi, come on. Strong, man. Jeez. Oh, God. Yeah. Mount, what the heck is Mount doing? Of course, he had to fall down. This is Munoz into the box. Oh. Pino, what a block from Euro. What a block. My friend, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. United getting forward. My God. How have managed to survive 25 minutes without conceding? Yes, we know the famous expression. Ni God manze. Facts. Goodness. We're barely surviving, man. We're barely surviving in this game. How many big chances are those for Palace? Was that now 4? Yeah, Lokwa is forced to consider a corner. So that's why I said, I will not be surprised if United were to scam something in this game. But the way they are playing, the Palace are playing, it's only a matter of time. What a block from Euro. What a block. That is what you call a goal-saving tackle. In fact, I don't think you'd have scored because the keeper was behind it and so was Shaw. United were to score from this, it's clearly against the run of play. But I will not be surprised. I will not be surprised. Like I told you, I will not be surprised if United were to get a goal from here. I will not be surprised. Bruno crossed into the box. Henderson. Yeah, I was being pushed. Rather than attack the ball, you're attacking the keeper. Is the keeper the ball? Has the keeper been changed shape? Now he looks rounder like the ball. That's why you need to go. That's why you go and attack the goalkeeper. Surely. Rather than attack the football, you're going to attack the goalkeeper. Anyway, guys, keep liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Watching United is like, sometimes watching United is like watching paint dry, man. You do not know what you're going to get. And at least it has been an entertaining watch so far as Palace are concerned. As far as Palace are concerned, it's been an entertaining watch for them. Casemiro, you need to be stronger in the challenge, man. Hey. It's like Palace have known that United players do not like keeping the ball. So anytime a United player has the ball, they swamp around him, man. They're actually playing man for man, because you can clearly see they're not really marking the zones, they're marking man for man. Kamada, Mitchell. Kamada coming forward. Bad pass by Kamada. Now Mason Mount. Leaves the ball behind, man. And you see, that's what marks a good team, eh? As soon as they turn over the ball, they go on the attack. Or they lose the ball, every player is back defending. Because as soon as Palace lost the ball there, you could see that all players were rushing back to defend and getting back into shape. But it seems like as soon as United lose the ball, it's like they're just trotting back. But there's always, and this is always a feature with every United game, the midfield is always wide open. That midfield, central midfield area, Bruno and Casemiro, always very wide open. Very, very wide open. Skamada. Oh my God. Is Wharton. A bad pass. Zaxi into Mount. My God. United's attack. Nothing is working for them. Nothing. Either they are getting misplaced passes or we simply can't control the ball. Richards hoops it forward towards Mateta. As always, Mateta is the one against the elite. Mateta fouled the elite there. Guys, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. United maybe managed to survive until halftime without having to without having considered a goal. Yeah, then it would have been a miracle. Because the way they are playing, 4 chances that Palace have had, man. Just that Palace have got poor finishers. Otherwise, it would have been 4-0. They might have been on their way to repeating that scoreline that they had. Was it in 2023 where they actually beat United 4-0? I remember Mateta scored on that day. Olise also scored. It was a demolition job from Crystal Palace, man. United did not know what had happened on that day, man. Ball is all the way back to Lamens. Lamens, this is the late. Back with Euro. Yep, always that is how we play now, Transition football, just hoofing it forward, We can't even win the second ball. Spino, this is the Mateta, blocked. By Mateta again. Mateta too strong for Ahmad. Ahmad is such a small player, man. Wharton, nice pass by Wharton. Mateta fouled! Penalty! I told you it was coming, man. It was coming. Ah. Euro, man. You're already wrong side. Why are you fouling the player? You're already on his wrong side. Ah. Wonderful pass from Wharton. Wonderful reverse pass from Wharton. Mateta just got the ball. Euro just struck a leg. What do you expect, man? You dangle a leg in the box. Of course, you're going to foul the player, and it's going to be a penalty. Ah. Yeah, he completely, he clipped his heels. Exactly. There is absolutely no need to make that challenge, man. No need, man. Because the elite was actually covering just in front of Mateta. But there you go. Penalty to Palace. It's going to be taken by Mateta. I don't know. I don't know whether it's going to score this. I don't know what Lamen's record is from saving penalties, but let's see. Let us see what Mateta can do. Mateta! Go. Ah! I told you this goal was coming. It was coming since the 10th minute. It has been all Palace, man. And then rather than letting them have a legit goal, we give away just a dodgy penalty like that. Yoro, what the heck are you doing, man? Did you start playing football just the other day? The simplest goals that Mateta will ever score, man. That is the simplest goal that you'll ever score. But you didn't even get wonderful contact to it. Not even a good contact to the ball. Because you actually kicked the ball into the ground, man. There you go. That goal was coming. I've told you since was it the 15th minute or the 10th minute? I told you this goal was coming. This goal was coming, man. Now Crystal Palace have taken the lead. Do you expect them to lose the game from here? No, he didn't touch. There's actually a replay of the penalty. There's actually a replay of the penalty. They say that Mateta might have actually gotten 2 touches to the ball. I don't know what the referee is going to decide here. Yeah, so he's going to retake the penalty. Yeah, the penalty is going to be retaken because Mateta touched the ball twice. It's called an accidental double touch. Wow. If he's actually going to save this, if he's going to save this, no, it's not. What a goal. Not yet, man. Not yet. Mateta touched the ball twice. Yeah, the ball touched his foot first. He touched his standing foot first, and then he just smashed it with the right foot. So let's see. Let's see. You know, when a player is supposed to take a penalty twice, you don't really know what to do because you might actually go the exact same side, you miss. But let's see. Let's see whether it's gonna be second time lucky for Palace. Let's see. I'm also nervous. I don't know why am I nervous. Mateta! Oh, goal. Was there any doubt? He went to the opposite side, man. Completely wrong-footed Lamens, man. Because you see, when it comes to such penalties, whether you have a retake of any penalty, it can go either way, man. The player might actually go to the exact same side that he shot the ball, or he might actually decide to change sides. So it's actually a gamble. You don't really know. And of course, Lamens expected Mateta to go to the side that he just slotted the ball in last. But no, Mateta went to the opposite side. Cool as you like, man. Cool as you like. It's like Mateta is the coolest man on the pitch right now. That penalty, such an easy penalty to score, man. The Palace players could not watch. I don't know why. Why were they scared? Was there any doubt? Yes, now you can celebrate. What a goal. Yep, what a goal. What a strike. What a strike. I want to laugh because I'm beyond mad and angry and livid. That's why I say, for me, this is just me. Whenever I get to the limit of anger and frustration, I just start laughing. Because even if I was to get more angry, it's not going to solve anything. This is Mateta. This is Pino. Don't foul him. He's lucky. So now United will have to come out and play. They can't just sit back now and hope that the game is just going to come to them. Yep, it seems like Sai is unable to continue. Yeah, Nketiah is coming on. Sorry, excuse me. Nketiah is coming on. Nketiah is coming on for Palace. So Sai is coming off. Yeah, Sai is unable to continue. You could clearly see that he's been unable to recover from that knock. So he's going to be replaced by Nketiah. So anyway, United attempting to do something that they have been unable to do since last season under Amorim. That is come back from behind. In fact, the last game that they did come back from behind to win was against Man City last season. It was actually in, was it late November or early December? It's been 12 months, man. 12 months. Well, beyond them, because if they waited for over like 11 months to actually get back-to-back wins, what does that tell you about this United team? What does that tell you, man? What does that tell you? Anyway, Palace, fully deserved, man. That goal, fully deserved. Wharton, it's now picked up by Mateta. Mateta into Munoz. Look at these guys break so fast, man. Munoz, Wharton. Wharton did not. Yeah. And then he just gives the ball away. My God. Shaw. This is Mitchell. He marked by Mbuemo. First back. It's Gay. This is Mitchell. Mitchell into the box. Blocked by Casemiro. Picked up by Zaxi. It's now Ahmad. This is Mbuemo. Mbuemo coming forward. It's a poor attempt of a pass, man. What a poor attempt of a pass from Mbuemo. Yeah, the entire United front three has had a poor game. 40 minutes of shambolic play. 40 minutes have gone by. Done nothing. Mbuemo, Mount, Zaxi unable to combine at all. Dallo the long throw to the box. Read out by Richards out for a corner. United. That front three has been unable to combine for anything in this game. 40 minutes, man. 40 minutes have gone, guys. Other than the first shot from Casemiro, the one that was actually a goal mode scramble, United have not created anything else. Anything else. Anyway, maybe they're going to scam something from this. Maybe they intend to scam something from this throwing. Or the corner, rather. Sorry, guys. It's actually a corner. Be taken by Mbuemo. Mbuemo into the box. Cleared by Mateta. Picked up by Bruno. As far as Ahmad, recycle it, man. To the other side. Cross it. Thank you. Dallo! Was that even a shot or a pass? And Yozaxi did well to keep it in play. Bruno, cross into the box. Cleared by Richards. As far as Dallo. Dallo, another cross. Poor crosses, man. Hey, Dallo, man. Poor crosses. Shaw. Okay. Nice defending from Shaw, man. Honestly, thought it's rule of thumb. You never let the ball bounce, man. Bruno. My goodness. That is what you have been reduced to. Shots from there, guys. Shots from there. To apologize to the entire United fan base and any other person watching this watch along. Because watching United, like I said earlier, it's like watching paint dry, man. Like watching paint. Nothing. No sort of ambition whatsoever. The ball is just kept by the centre backs. It's only the centre backs who keep the ball. Shaw, Delete, and actually Yoro. No other person is actually coming to the ball and looking to get the ball and dictate play. It's like they're just hiding. Then, of course, we are playing that game. It's transition football, where we just want to to ping balls forward, hoping for a knockdown. It's like we just can't pass through the lines. We just can't. But then they say, you know what? We've got Bruno, one of the best 10 in the league. But somehow we're unable to break down a low block. We're unable to play on the transition. We're unable to ping balls in behind. We're unable to do anything whatsoever. Anything. And then you still say that you've got the best 10 in the league. Ball is out of play. Delete. Back to Lamens. Lamens. Take. Clear that ball, man. I don't know. I don't trust you on your feet. Taxi. Buemo. Buemo being marked by Mitchell and Gay. Casemiro. Back to Shaw. The reason why United seem to be playing a little bit better now is because Crystal Palace just allowing them to keep the ball because the owners is now on United to get the equalizer. Palace have gotten their goal. They're not interested in building up a huge goal difference. They're not really chasing anything big, eh? Wharton fouled by Casemiro. Yeah, Crystal Palace are not really chasing anything big. They're not really in a title race or a top 4 race or a race for Europe. So they don't really need the goal difference. They're happy to keep it as it is, man. If the game was to stay like this until the 90th minute, they've got no problem. Oh, no problem. One, they've been by far the better team. They've created a way better chances. They've kept the ball well. They've combined well. Up until right before Sar's injury, they were keeping the ball well, man. Casemiro, gonna have 5 minutes of added time. 5 minutes of added time. From where? This is Pino. Pino! Nice tackle from Shaw. Nice tackle from Shaw. Nice tackle. Goal saving tackle, man. What the heck is Euro doing, man? Now he's out of place. Oh, Mitchell. 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 Ay, 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 yeah. We are lucky. We are so lucky. Kamada is still down, man. It's Mbuemo. Mbuemo. Oh, my God. Mbuemo today. It's picked up by Bruno. Bruno into the box. Cleared by Lacroix. As far as Euro. My God. What the heck are we witnessing, man? Then people still expect this United team to finish in the top 4 based on this kind of performances, day in, day out. And as I was saying earlier, they're the team that looks like they just played their game like 24 hours ago. So the lack of desire, ambition, work ethic, intensity, momentum that they are showing. A lack of everything. Lack of everything. Don't foul him. Thank you. Picked up by Casemiro. Now with delete. His Mount. Nice passage of play from United. Darlow. Darlow into the box. No one in particular. Wharton with the boot clear. Picked up by Pino. Pino. Oh my God. Nketiah is away. Nketiah. Nketiah. Ah, yeah, yeah. It is pathetic, man. I told you. The only thing that is saving United right now, it's because Palace are not taking their chances. Otherwise, they would have been out of sight. If it was Sarr who got on the end of that chance, is Ahmad. Ahmad into Darlow. Darlow. Wonderful. Aye. The way Munoz read that pass. Now you see why Nketiah does not honestly play. Nketiah, man. Big chance. So how many big chances for Palace? I'd say 4. The Richards one, the Mateta chance, the Wharton chance, and now the Nketiah chance. 4 big chances. So it would have been out of Palace would have been out of sight, man. Palace would have been cleanly out of sight, even leading 5-0. If only there's a team that blessed with finishing, they have been out of sight. Munoz away, it's picked up by Shaw to Bruno. Bruno into Ahmad. Ahmad keeps it in play. Picked up by Mbuemo. Mbuemo was fouled by Nketiah. That's Pino. That's actually Pino. Wonderful goal-saving tackle from Shaw. That Nketiah chance, he actually blew it. If it was somebody like Mateta or Sa, it would have been a different story. The only saving grace for United is that Palace have not converted their chances. That is it. That is the only saving grace for United, guys. That is the only saving grace. Just that. Even if they are to score, I'm not going to celebrate because, like I said, it's just coming victory upon victory. Other chance upon chance, man. Yeah. Is he blowing for halftime or is that a foul by Pino? It's actually halftime. Halftime, man. It's halftime. My goodness. My goodness. I think United and Amorim should be banned from playing football. They should actually be banned from playing football at all. This Palace team is there for the taking because of the number of missed chances. Because of the number of chances that they have missed, United have been already out of sight by now. Out of sight. There have been 4 or 5-0. Because, like I said, the Wharton chance. Actually, the Wharton chance, the Richards chance, the Mateta chance that he shot wide, then Nketiah chance that he just missed earlier, then the penalty. See, those are five chances, guys. 5 chances. 5. Is there anything that's preventing Palace from going into second gear? Palace have not even been into second gear. Because I'm comparing this game, this Palace team, the performance that they put up against. There's one performance that I've seen Palace have recent memory. It's the Man City game, the FA Cup final. That was one of the best performances that Crystal Palace had. And actually, the one that they had against Aston Villa in the semi-final was even way better. So, Palace have not even gotten into second gear. They're still in first gear. They're still in gear 1, guys. Gear 1. Gear uno. Gear uno. That is all that they're doing right now. 1 gear, man. It's all enough to beat United. So annoying. It's just so annoying, man. It'll probably end as a draw or a team. Probably end as a draw or a team will win a scrappy goal. Well, so far it's Palace who are currently winning. In fact, if it wasn't for their big chances missed, they would have been already out of sight by now. United would have been like 4 goals down by now. It would have been 4-0 at halftime. 4-0. I'm not gassing it up, guys. I'm not exaggerating. It's actually facts. Palace have missed chances. Palace have missed chances. Is there anything even to analyze in that half other than the Palace chances? That's all that you need to analyze, guys. That is all that you need to analyze. Because we just show you what I'm looking at so that, guys, you can know exactly what I'm referring. Guys, don't really focus on this because this doesn't tell you the whole story. This is just maybe the attacking momentum, maybe the quality of chance that was created at that time. And as you can see, it was all United in the first 5 to 7 minutes. But yeah, it's because other than the Casemiro chance, I can't really say that United have created anything else. That's why I told you. After this chance right here from Casemiro, nothing else. Nothing else. This one was just the other long throw that United, the chance of a long throw that United had. So this is where it all matters, guys. That's why I said if you just look at the stats or this momentum right here and not the entire game, you might actually think that United were pressing Palace. But no, 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 none whatsoever. Palace have been by far the best team. Not even the better team, the best team. Because United have not even been good. Have not even been good. This, of course, has come as a result of United now keeping the ball after Palace have scored their first goal. Because it was all been Palace. As you can see right here, XG. This XG right here, the reason why it's so high, it's because the Casemiro chance was very, very close to the line. The one that Henderson saved. That's why it's actually a high XG chance. But as you can see, Palace have dominated the chance front. As you can see, expected goals 1.7. Yeah, because it has been aided by the penalty. Penalty is normally is it 0.69 xg, around 0.69. So even if you have to subtract 0.69 from this, it's still at 1.01. So it is still higher than United's. You can see total shots. Let me just show you the stats, guys, but you can also see for yourselves. Total shots, man. Don't be fooled by this. These total shots, 6 on target, 2 on target. Can I remember those 2 on target from who? Casemiro and who? Who was the other shot that they hit on target? No. I might need to remember that chance back. The moment I can't remember. For Palace, I can pretty much tell you who actually missed all these chances. As you can see, 3 big chances. 3 big chances. Of course, the Casemiro one was also a big chance. Yeah. Accurate passes. Don't look at that. That doesn't really matter. Doesn't tell you the entire story. Because you see, these passes for United have been in their defensive half. Passes between Euro, Delete, and Shaw. There is nothing cutting edge going forward. So don't think that they're actually dominating the final third of play. They're attacking Palace, they're pushing Palace back. No, these passes are just in their defensive half. As you can see right here, own half. Yeah, you see, opposition half, 106. These ones are actually the ones that are just close to. You see, after Palace scored, they now went to a low block. So all the centre backs for United are now pressing up against over past the halfway line into Palace's defensive half. So that's why I said if you just look at the stats in this game, yeah, it's not gonna tell you the entire story. It's not gonna tell you the entire story because it has been a shambolic performance from United. As far as the shot map is concerned, let me see. Nketiah, Fernandez, yeah, ballooned it over the bar. Darlow, they actually counted it as a chance. That was not even a shot in the first place. Mateta, of course, penalty. Actually, the XG of a penalty is 0.79. So 0.79, not 0.69. So it's actually 0.79. And Pino, the blocked shot. Kamada, the shot straight at the goalkeeper. Lokwa, the header just wide. Richards, another header out wide. Mateta, yeah, the chance that he missed early on. Wharton, the shot straight at the goalkeeper. Of course, Casemiro. Oh yeah, sorry, I remember. Yeah, the Casemiro chance, the Casemiro header. Yeah, that went wide. As you can see here, the throw in set piece. So you see right here, the Casemiro chance in the first minute was actually a high XG chance, 0.47. That's quite high. Because the ball was very, very close. It's actually inside the 6-yard box, very close to the line. But how Henderson managed to save that? Anyway, guys. As you can see, you just look at the stats, guys, it's gonna mislead you. That's what I've always said. The best way of watching football games is always combine eye test with the stats. Just look at the eye test and also observe the stats as well. Don't just look at the stats, because the stats just tell you, like, for me, I'd say the stats tell you like half this, not even half, like a third of the story. Because I can have like 25 shots, but I only have two on target. And most of those shots, I was either shooting them from outside the box or just shooting them from 40 yards out. Very, 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 very poor shots. No chance of even getting them into other converting those shots. So that's why I said, don't just look at stats, guys. Look at the game in its entirety. Look at the game. That's what I've always said. Always look at stats and watch the game as well. Because if you just look at one metric, you might think that you're having the one of them is lying. Either the stats are lying or the eye test is lying. But if the chances that are created are not good, then what do you expect, man? What do you expect? Anyway, in an hour's time, the other games do kick off. Like I said, we're gonna have Brighton versus Aston Villa. Brighton versus Aston Villa? No, no, no. I think I'm getting ahead of myself. See the other games coming up later on. Of course, Chelsea Arsenal is from 7:30. So we're gonna have West Ham versus Liverpool, Forest versus Brighton, Aston Villa versus Wolves. So of course, I expect Villa to win that game. Forest versus Brighton, it's gonna be a hard fought game, but I do expect Forest to sneak in a victory. West Ham Liverpool, can't really call that game. If Liverpool concede first, then they are done for. But if they score first, then there's every bit of chance that they're gonna win that game. Let me also show you guys something very important. What I was alluding to earlier. I talked about the Palace. As you can see, now look at this, guys. Look at this. Let me show you guys from when was this? Let's just look from yeah, let's just go back all the way to 1991. 1991, the Palace beat United 3-0. Then after that game, Palace had to wait for 20 years. 1991, yes, almost 20 years. Almost actually it's 20 years for their next victory against United. As you can see, their other victory was in May 11th, 1991. Their next victory, 30th of November. Wow. Poetic justice. Wow. Wow. What are the odds of that? Today is the 30th of November, 2025. And the Palace might actually repeat that same scoreline of 1-0. Wow. I hadn't noticed that, man. Bit of superstition there. And then after that, they had to wait for another 10 years. As you can see, after that victory in 2011, they had to wait for another 8 years till 2019 when they beat United 2-1 at Old Trafford. And then after that, now it became routine for Palace to beat United. As you can see, after 2019, they beat them again in 2020, then again in 2022, and then again in 2023, 2024, and 2025. So, in the past, is it five games, 6 games, Palace have had United's number. As you can see, Palace are unbeaten against United in the past 4 games. Yeah, as you can see here, Palace did win it at Old Trafford 2-0 last season. It was a very dull performance. And then their game at Selhurst Park, they actually drew 0-0. And then in the Premier League, this is the one I was talking about in 2024, right before the season ended, Palace destroyed United 4-0. Then in that same season, they had actually beaten United at Old Trafford 1-0. So they actually did the double over United that season. Is this what United have become, man? You know, teams like Palace could not even play a glove on United. In fact, all through my high school time watching football, there isn't a time where I watched Palace actually beat United, as you can see. Because started watching United right around, was it two or what? Two or what? Was it 2001, right there? But so, of course, it's been aided by the fact that Palace have also not been the Premier League for the longest time. But it still does not matter because every time that they do, Palace met United back then, you always knew it was either gonna be a routine victory. It was always gonna be a routine victory, or United or Palace are not even gonna do anything against United. But nowadays it's like the tide has changed. It's like Palace have absolutely made sure that, you know what, all those victories that we United had against us, now it's our turn to dominate play, man. Now it is our time to dominate. In fact, I've not even checked both benches. I don't even know who's on the bench for either team. Let me just have a glimpse. Of course, Palace have a very depleted squad on the bench. Let's see who's on the bench for them. They have Benitez, Canvo, Nathan Klein, Jefferson Lama, Deveni, Ese, Will Hughes, and Uche. Such a dead midfield, other bench. While United have Lacey, Dogu, Mazraoui, Ugarte, Maino, Malasia, Martinez, Haven, and Bandia. Are those 5 defenders? Actually, 6 defenders. Jeez, man. We have 6 defenders on the bench, guys. 6 defenders, man. 6 defenders on the bench for United. Anyway, we're back underway for the second half. Palace have kicked us off. Henderson goes long all the way to Lamens. I don't know what pattern the second half is gonna take. Honestly, I do not know what pattern the second half is gonna take. Lamens. Back to Euro. Euro back to Lamens. Yeah, we're just happy to keep the ball at the back. Sometimes we play like a team that is already like 4 or 5 goals up, that you've got no urgency whatsoever or no desire to get more goals. Zaxi gives it away by Mateta. Wharton, was he foul? No, no foul on Wharton. Is Ahmad. Casimiro. Poor shot. Straight at Henderson. That was a very tame shot, huh? Very, very tame shot. Mateta, this is Wharton. Kamada, this is Mitchell. Back to Kamada. Actually, do you know, guys, Palace are playing without a central defensive midfield because both Kamada and Wharton are not defensively minded. They're actually more of central midfielders, but neither one of them is a central defensive midfielder. They're just central midfielders. Not box to box, but Wharton is more of a deep lying player maker, and Kamada is more of also a roaming player maker. So they don't have any central defensive midfielders. No CDMs, guys. That's defending by Lacroix. He saved a certain corner there. In fact, the only threat that United have had this game is from set pieces. Actually, long throws. Not corners, not build-up play, not set piece opportunities, but long throws. There by Mateta, then by Lacroix, as far as Diallo. Diallo has to pass it back all the way to Lamens, my God. Yoro back to delete. And you guys make sure you're liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. It's your first time here on the channel. Make sure that you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel. By Dalo, throwing for United. Actually offering himself as an option. By Kamada. Mitchell goes long. I'm sure he's looking for Mateta. Ahmad. Poor pass by Ahmad. Hey, Mbeumo, you need to get Mbeumo off, man. But even if that will take off Mbeumo, whom are they going to bring on? No one. Nobody they can bring on. Like I said earlier, they only have like, is it 6 defenders on the bench plus a goalkeeper. So that's 7. So it's only Ugarte and Lacey that are not defenders on the bench. Mbeumo into Ahmad. Ahmad completely fell off the completely. This season, I don't know what he's doing, eh? It's like he's playing like he already has a guaranteed starting position. That is not how football is played, guys. Never play football like that. Never play football as if you're a guaranteed starter regardless of how pathetic you play. That is how he's playing. But as always, you know, the manager's not going to do anything. He's not going to take him off because he's got nobody else to play in that position. How do you foresee the changes that he's going to make? Maybe if this doesn't work out, maybe he's going to take off Mount and bring on Dogu and then just push Ahmad into the 10 position. I don't, because whenever Dalo does not start, he always comes on. But whenever he starts, he's never taken off. What you call obrigado tax. Well, into the box, Luke Shaw. Yeah. Goal mouth scramble, man. The sun was in people's eyes, man. Exactly. But what do you expect of Zaxi? You're gonna get performances like this. The game against Everton was his first start of the season, just because Sesko was unavailable rather. So this is a guy who first and foremost who's lacking in confidence. 2, might not be completely match fit. 3, he also doesn't have proper match sharpness because he hasn't been playing. He's never brought on, never is on the bench. Sesko is never taken off. Richards, by Mbeumo, foul by Munoz. And Nketiah, ever since Nketiah came on, man, it's been one stink after another. Yellow card for who? Nketiah. Hey, this guy. Yeah, Sa is clearly a big miss for Crystal Palace. They are forced to play with Nketiah. But anyway, this is how they're going to play because Sa will be leaving for AFCON in a few weeks' time. Remember, AFCON is starting on the 21st of December. So, they have to learn how to play with Nketiah. Because if they don't, then They're gonna have a tough time. They're transitioning. They're playing without Sa. Crossed into the box. Header. Goal! Equalizer, man, for United. I told you, scamming draws and victories, man. I told you, scamming draws and victories. Wonderful shot by Zaxi. What a wonderful shot, man. What a wonderful shot from Zaxi. That is what you do, man. Scoring off a zero angle. You score that off a zero angle, man. 1-1. Told you, the game I just be following the pattern of play that I'd mentioned earlier. Yeah, United, of course, they scam draws like this. Yeah, first goal for Zaxi this season in 25 appearances. That's his first goal, man. Maybe that's the only way that United are gonna score off a set piece. Because there's no other way United would have scored a goal in this game. There's no other way United would have scored a goal in this game. So Lenny Yoro has been taken off, replaced by Mazraoui. He looks gutted, man. That boy looks gutted, completely gutted, man. Yeah, United have managed to scam a draw. Man, actually, scam a draw in this game, man. No, we're just being honest, eh? We're just being honest because, yeah, but I don't know. We also have to blame Palace as well, eh? Palace did not take their chances, eh? So if you don't take your chances, what do you expect? What do you expect? Pin over the set piece for Palace. The box was gonna run out of play. Yep, ball is going to run out of play. So anyway, the United goal completely against the run of play. Completely against the run of play. But that was a wonderful finish from Zax here. Whoa, what a finish, man. What a finish. Zaxi, I like Zaxi. A good player. I like Zaxi. Because Palace have been missing chances. If they would have been out of sight, the United would not have gotten that chance. Ispino, Ketia, Gay, Victor by Ketia. Ketia with a shot. Wemo. Yep. Pull back by Amadon and Ketia. And it's a free kick to Palace to be taken by Pino. Munoz. Gay. Ay, ay. Looked like a looked like a foul on someone. It was almost an own goal by Zax here. Mazarawi just cleared the ball straight onto his chest. Rather against his chest, rather. Wharton crossed into the box. Led away by Delete. Recycled by Wharton. Wharton. This is Richards. Nokwa. It's picked up by Munoz. Offside. Anyway, Scamorim. Seems to be getting away with everything nowadays, eh? He always seems to just scam something from somewhere. This is Shaw coming forward. Just gives it away. It's like that. Now we delete. Hernandez. Mount. Shaw. Delete. Zaxi goal was off a Bruno assist, so Bruno is now 5th. The United list. On the all-time United Premier League assists for United. Just behind Scholes, he's actually tied with Scholes on 55. Then just ahead of him we have Beckham, Wayne Rooney, then of course Ryan Giggs is the all-right leader. 162. 160, but that was off several seasons, because remember Ryan Giggs played his entire career at United. Him and Paul Scholes played their entire careers at one club. We miss such days, man. Players who just play for one club. Casimiro, Mateta. Yeah. There was no foul there on Casimiro. I don't know what he was complaining about. There was no foul on Casimiro. So little no foul, man. Oh, okay, might have been a foul. It was Nketiah half. Actually, been a foul. If it would have scored, I'm sure VAR would have taken it back to that. A foul by Gay. And that was a nice run from Dalo. A wonderful flick-on header from Zaxi. That is proper centre-forward play. But I'm surprised why United never do that when Sesko is on the pitch. When they have Sesko on the pitch, they never do that. But when Sesko is unavailable, they're going to ping all balls into the box. Let's see whether they're going to scam another goal from this. Personally, it will not be beyond them. I will not be surprised if United are to get a second goal here, because it's been that sort of game where Crystal Palace have just been missing chance after chance. Then the second big chance that United have gotten, have scored from it. But actually, it was a wonderful finish from Taxi. Anyway, Bruno. Goal! Mason Mount, I told you, I will not be surprised if they score a goal. I told you I will not be surprised. They worked it well, man. They worked it well, man. I don't know what the Crystal Palace players are appealing for, clearly. What are they appealing for? Wonderful strike by Mount. That was a wonderful strike by Mount, eh? Yeah, the referee had blown the whistle, eh? What were they waiting for? Oh, wow. What were they waiting for? The ball went right through the wall, man. Another assist for Bruno. Yeah. I told you, this is what Scamorim has been about this season, huh? This is what Scamorim has been about, man. Of course, the Crystal Palace players are gonna appeal. Wait, but why are they appealing for that? Because clearly there was nothing wrong with that. Probably been so poor in this second half, huh? It's Mount, Ahmad over the bar. But you know how United play. In games where they expected to lose, they actually scam a win. Games in which they expected to win, they actually lose. So, because the United's next game is against West Ham on Thursday, I will not be surprised if they went on to lose that one. I will not be surprised because that is how United play, man. That is how they play. Zaxi, Mbuemo. Topolas are all over the place right now, huh? Yeah, Glasner is so furious, man. Why is he furious? Well, I blame your players, man. You refuse to take your chances in the first half, eh? Why didn't you take your chances in the first half? You would have been like 4 or 5 goals up in the first half. Never took your chances. So now, when the game has become kind of difficult, that's when now you start complaining. Who knows? Into Kamada, Pino. Why is he falling over? It's actually offside. Clearly offside. If the result holds, it actually be United's fourth victory in London. Because the only London team that United have beaten so far away from home is Fulham. Otherwise, they have been losing to Chelsea, to Arsenal, to Brentford, Crystal Palace. The other team is in London. Forest as well. The other team is in London. Another team that is in London. Anyway, Scamorim, yes. Data followed by delete. Anyway, Palace have nobody to blame but themselves, eh? Because that game, especially in the first half, eh? They would have been out of sight. I will never stop saying that. They would have been out of sight, like 4 or 5 goals up. But because of their poor finishing, they let the game go in 1-0 into halftime. And just like that, United have turned it around. And the way they are playing, United looks like the team that is more likely to get a third goal and Palace are to equalize. Richards, Mbuemo, Masraoui, Otto into Gay, is Kamada, Back with Micho. Henderson hoofs it forward, looking for Richards. Cleared by Delete, picked up by Gay. Gay into the box. Poor finish from Ketia. Isn't Ketia fella? Seems like ever since Sa went off, they brought on Ketia. Palace have just been going backwards. But like I said, yes, they've got nobody else to blame but themselves. Never took their chances. If they had taken their chances, it would have been a different story right now. Different story. Going to United. Henderson. Gay. Wharton. Foul on Kamada by Simiro. Ah, yeah. That goal has actually just snuffed the life out of Palace, eh? But what do you expect, man? So I say, you know what? You should learn to be strong mentally, eh? Not about just how you perform whenever you are losing, but whether you also convert your chances as well, because they have not converted their chances whatsoever. None of their chances have they converted. In fact, if it wasn't for that penalty, that was gifted to them by Yoro. Maybe who knows? Maybe to be 2-0, United leading 2-0 right now. Anyway, it's Dalo that throwing. Yeah, the game has kind of just faded away. Anyway, guys, make sure you're liking the video and subscribing to the channel. The first time you're on the channel, make sure you subscribe and like the video. If you are a returning subscriber, make sure you support the channel by liking the video as well. And it looked like a dive from Dalo. Can clearly see there are no appeals from Dalo, so it's like he knew what he did. No foul, man. The dive. Yellow card for who? Sure, yeah, I figured. Well, then, if you're not gonna book the players, or if you're not gonna give those fouls as fouls, or rather those dives as fouls, then book the player, man. Book the player, because you know diving is a serious offense. Can't just be diving all over the place and expect to be getting away with it. With Richards coming forward into Munoz, Munoz into Wharton, Wharton, the box, looking for Mateta, Mitchell, able to control the ball. Also, Palace have had a very poor start. Every time they come off the back of a Europa League game, They haven't been unable to win any Premier League games. So just the other day they played in the Europa League, they lost. There you see they are losing as well. The previous encounters as well after following a Europa League game, they have also failed to win any game. In fact, is it against they play against? In fact, the one that they played most recently was against. Was it against Bournemouth or Arsenal? Where they played the Europa League, other Conference League, but they did not follow it up with a victory. Now when they played in the Premier League. Trawi is Ahmad, who to contend with. Yeah, Gay, the yellow card. Yeah, seems like this game has already gotten away from Palace. I don't honestly see how they're gonna come back from this. See how they're game has actually gone away from them. It's over for them. It's clearly over for them. Because based on how the game has been going, especially after they went out, they considered a second goal. You can clearly see it's like there hasn't been any kind of ambition from Palace go forward. Like they have lost their density. They were able to move the ball very well from defense into midfield into attack. It's gone. Bruno with a set piece. Flicked by Ahmad. Dalo. I would not be surprised if United were to hang on here because based on Palace's performance, you see what's weird is that the Palace well was just busy looking at Henderson rather than looking at the referee. Because you see, if the referee blows and the ball has not yet turned around, then the referee is not gonna stop play because there is no rule in the book that says you cannot take a quick free kick. So it's not up to the referee to tell you when you need to organize yourself, but it's upon you to remain vigilant at all times so that when you do get or when you're actually setting up the wall, you actually remain watchful. Mboemo, Zaxi, come on, Mboemo, Mboemo, he sat him down so nicely, but he just shot straight at Henderson. Don't know what Gay was doing there. Ah, well, actually, Ahmad was in the box by himself, but he never saw the guy. And that was a foul by Mateta. That didn't look. Because Mazara was just shielding the ball away from Mateta, but Mateta was not pulling him back. Don't know why he gave the foul. So Will Hughes. So Wharton is being taken off for Will Hughes. So Pino has also been taken off to be replaced by Uche. So I don't know why they took off Wharton, huh? He looked tired or what? You have kept Wharton. Ahmad back to Lamens. Lamens kicks it long. Picked up by Mount. This is Bruno. Bruno into Zaxi. And at least Zaxi and Mount have combined well this season. Huh? Seems like the front three for United has actually woken up a bit in this second half. Huh? Yeah, they have played better. Honestly, they have played a whole lot better. Compared to their first half performance, they have played better. Skamada, Mateta, Ketia loses out. Victor by Uche, Victor by Mount, is Ahmad. It's Ahmad. Bruno, delete. They just want to have any kind of Palace momentum. Is gay. Gay. Palace. By Uche, bad pass. It's now with Dalo. Dalo into Mbuemo. Mbuemo to the box, looking for Zaxi. Punched away by Henderson. As far as Mazraoui. I think bringing on Nketiah was the biggest mistake that Palace made in this game. Osar looked okay. I don't know whether he was unable to shake off the injury or Glasner did not want to risk him further. Because Nketiah today, Nketiah fella, is a shadow of the player. He was so wonderful at Arsenal a couple of seasons ago. He ended keeping the ball very well. It's now Mbuemo into Bruno. Send it to the box. Cleared by Richards. His Mount. Off Lacroix. It's out for a corner. Show is being taken off for Lisandro Martinez. He's back. Yeah. Martinez had injured his ACL last season. In fact, was it 10 months ago against Crystal Palace? Now he's back. Back. Lisandro Martinez, at least he's not a bad player. He's a good player. He only had a bit more height, upper body strength. He has been a very wonderful defender. Bruno into the box. Henderson was fouled. Free kick to United. So I'm happy to see Lisandro Martinez back on the pitch. So happy to see him back, man. going on here, man? Hello, okay. Palace are trying to bring on more changes. Palace are done in this game. Palace are completely done in this game. Nothing has worked for them in this second half. Mbuemo want to try and do the give and go with Bruno. Mbuemo, wide. Yeah, Palace have been so dead in this second half. This is what you can call a clear tale of a game of two halves. Game of two halves. It was all Palace in the first half. In the second half, it's all been United, man. Jefferson Lama coming on for Palace. So Lama, this is Kamada. So Mitchell and Kamada have been taken off, replaced by Lama and Devaney. By Hughes. Now Devaney. Across. The reason why he doesn't start for Palace. I think United have done enough to win this game. I don't see how Palace are gonna come back, get a draw in this game, unless maybe they get another penalty. That's what I said in the first half. Whenever you start missing chances like that, the game can either go one of two ways. Either you're gonna score for a dodgy chance, or eventually the other team is gonna take advantage of your missed chances, just get a goal. That is exactly what United have done. Because if Palace were already like 3 or 4 goals up at halftime, then United do not even have a leg to stand on. So that is what has helped United this game, because Palace were not out of sight, and then they came out to play in the second half. It's like they left all their shooting boots in the dressing room. So it was all United from start to finish, especially in the second half. It's all been United in the second half. Palace have been unable to master any single kind of chance or shot. It's a free kick to Palace to be taken by Hughes. The box cleared by Zaxi, circled by Munoz into Hughes, cleared by Casemiro. Offside. Ketia, of course, is an offside position. And Ketia. That's why the manager is so angry, man. Manager is so livid at Ketia. In fact, for me, I'd even get rid of him at January. Just get rid of him, Ketia. Yay. Coming forward for Palace. Tulama. Amalokwa. Richards. Palace are not really going anywhere currently. I don't know. See now because Wharton is unavailable, or is not on the pitch, so they've got nobody to come short and dictate play. Lokwa, Deveni, Gay, Lama, to Richards, to Munoz, Che, back to Richards, Lama. Whenever you're chasing a game, you can't really take off your star fielders. And even if maybe they are tired, just see whether you can get more midfielders just to supplement them so that they can also go on the attack. Lama, this is Hughes. Was he fouled by Bruno? This is Deveni. Back to Gay. This is Uche. Uche into Lama. Fellas are not doing anything. Just keeping the ball up there, but not really doing anything with it. Hughes blocked by Casimiro. Sliced clearance by Martinez. Bruno. Bruno. Bruno got away with that, eh? And I'm thinking we're going to have 4 minutes of added time, eh? Are you streaming Liverpool versus West Ham? Nah, not going to stream that. But I'm going to stream Arsenal versus Chelsea later on. 4 minutes of added time. 4 minutes of added time. Yeah, Dogu for Ahmad. So Ahmad is being taken off for Dogu. And of course, Mbuemo off for Mainu. For Jacobi Mainu. Feel sorry for this fella, man. Even regrets why someone like Amorim came to this club. Clearly said that this boy, I'm gonna destroy his confidence. I'm not gonna play him, just gonna give him cameos off the bench. Jefferson Lama into the box. Richard the header. Ketia blocked. You know what he has done? And actually, Amorim is smart. I told you Amorim is a smart fella because he has ensured that he destroys Ahmad's confidence, and so that nobody can ever ask him any question, he said that Maino is the replacement for Bruno. So if as a player I know that I'm a replacement for the captain, and the captain plays all the games regardless of and barely gets injured, never gets injured, then that simply means that I'm never gonna play any game. In fact, the only games that maybe I'm gonna start is if the captain is unavailable, or if it's maybe in the League Cup. And since you're not already out of the League Cup, it means that I'm just gonna be settled for cameos off the bench. Munoz into the box, cleared by Bruno. Yeah, Palace are done, man. Palace are done. Yellow card for Lama. Yeah, Palace's poor second half performance is clearly shown in this game. Maybe they got into the not dugout, into the what's it called? The dressing room, and they discussed those chances, and then they realized that there are big chances. So as a result, they thought, you know what, maybe we should have done better. But rather than coming out for the second half and maybe looking to maybe consolidate their victory, have completely fallen apart. Lokwa into the box. Richards into the box. By Nketiah, this is Hughes. Game is pretty much over. I don't expect Palace to do anything in this this chance, because the way they have played in this second half, they did not merit a single thing. Hughes is taken out by Casemiro. That was kind of smart by Casemiro. That is why now you take a professional foul. Even if it's to get a yellow card, that's okay, because Hughes was clearly running through on goal. So I don't know how they're going to work this out. Anyway, it's a free kick right on the edge of the box for Palace. So, no, unless they get lucky, I don't think they're going to score from this. Unless they get lucky, man, I don't see how they're going to score from this. Because as soon as he strikes the ball and then it hits the wall or it goes over, game over. It's actually the last kick of the game. It's the last kick of the game. It's been a complete stinker for Palace in this second half. Nah. They're not gonna score from this. If they are to score from this, then they'll be just be lucky, man. Just gonna strike the wall. Told you, it was gonna strike the wall. I told you it was gonna strike the wall. As soon as the ball struck the wall, the referee blew for full time. So United have just scammed another victory right there. Scammed another victory by virtue of Palace not taking their chances, not being able to convert their first half chances. Because, like I said, in the first half, rather at half time, Palace would have been out of sight. They would have been out of sight. But because United were strong enough to get back to the game, and Palace were very weak in the second half, then United were able to turn it around. In fact, I think it's the first game since their victory over Man City that United have been able to come back from behind at halftime and win the game. Because their last victory of the same nature was against City, in which they came back from behind to win 2-1. Two last-minute goals by Fernandes and Ahmad against Man City. That was actually last year in December, early December. So at least I've been able to scam another victory here, yeah. So the Scamorim train keeps marching on. The Scamorim train still moving on. Yep. I call him Scamorim because the way he sets up the team, doesn't set up the team to win. And the only thing that has aided United's victory today is Palace did not take their chances enough. Because if Palace would have taken their chances in the first half, it would have been a different game. Palace would have been easily have been 4 or 5-0 up at halftime. But because they never took their chances, and the one goal is not and the one goal lead is not a very safe score, then don't really expect to turn it around in the second half. Rather than you go and consolidate in the second half and maybe get on more goals, you're unable to consolidate the victory. That's why I kept on saying it in the first half. Palace are gonna come to rue the missed chances that they had. Whether United are gonna get a goal, then it's gonna be hard for Palace to now get a second goal, or United or Palace always gonna get another chance, maybe get 3 or 4 more goals, but they never did that. So, and because of that, it's another win for Scamorim. It's actually his second away win in 12 games. So at least he's managed to win in the capital, in London, because in previous records in London it's been shambolic. But anyway, I'll have to kudos some few people. They actually called this victory. They actually said United are gonna win 2-1, which kind of seemed difficult at halftime, but at least they have gotten the victory. they have gotten the victory. So, guys, anyway, thank you so much, guys, for being part of this watch along. We're gonna just get a couple of drinks of water, just chill for a bit. We're gonna be back in at about 2 hours time for the Arsenal Chelsea game, or the Chelsea Arsenal game. It's actually a top of the table clash. The two closest rivals in the table right now, because Arsenal are currently on 29 points. Man City are second, 25 points, but have actually played a game more, while Chelsea have actually played actually on 23 points. Yeah, so whoever wins that game, if Arsenal are to win that game, then it means that they'll actually be champions in waiting, because if in November or rather early December, you already have a lead of like around 7 to 10 points, chances are it's gonna grow the more you get into the festive period and into January. If they are these exact leads, maybe right around January or February, then you could actually say that maybe one or two teams can come back, because anything can happen. But the way Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, and the other challengers are playing, I don't see either of those teams becoming consistent enough to challenge Arsenal, other to chase them down for the title. So, but anyway, we will see. But anyway, for me, I'd say, you know what? I've actually called, Arsenal. Finally, they are going to break their hoodoo. They're no longer going to be referred to as the Bottle Club. At least they're going to get one over the line. Anyway, so the West Ham Liverpool game will be starting in a few. Let me see. Any changes for Liverpool? Liverpool starting lineup: Alisson, Kakes, Van Dijk, Konate, and Gomez. Gravenberch, McAllister, and Sabozlai. Then Vats, Gakpo, and Isak. So there's no Salah. Salah is actually on the bench. Liverpool doing everything they can to whether they can turn things around. So they think that Vats and Isak are gonna perform today for them against West Ham. I don't think so. Salah injured. Actually, Salah is just on the bench. Then, of course, for West Ham, goal Areola in goal, Van Bissaka, Todibo, Mavropanos, Diouf. Then we're going to have Fernandez, Potts, and Magasa in midfield. Then Bowen, Wilson, and Paqueta rather, as the forwards. There's also Aston Villa versus Wolves that will be kicking off in right about 3 minutes' time. Also Nottingham Forest versus Brighton. So we're gonna just follow those games as we just get a small break before now we do the game that is gonna happen later on. The big game again. The big game will be taking place from 19:30 Kenyan time. Arsenal versus Chelsea, or rather Chelsea versus Arsenal. Until then, guys, do take care. Have a wonderful time, and we're gonna see you in the other video. Peace.